Okay, this is a pitfall that some people run into, and I've run into it myself, and it is when the product research tools go wrong. So I just want to explain some areas where the tools are not always right. They're always just a general estimate, but there's some specific parts where they mess up a bit more, and I'm just going to go over those. And then we'll tell you guys how to validate when you do run into those situations. So one is going to be when there's high price and low sales. Okay, so let's say something's selling for $300. Okay, and it says that it's doing 70 sales a month. All right, at the very low and the very high ends, these tools are not the most accurate. Okay, so this might actually only be 30 sales a month or 25. Okay. And then now this makes a big difference if this is 70 times that, because this looks like $21,000 a month, but it might actually only be like $7,000 or something. So you just got to be really careful on these. So you'll try to use the Jungle Scout free sales estimator, use Viral Launch and Helium 10, use all three of them, and then you can watch the one where you validate search demand. Which is another video in the course, and that's how you kind of make sure that there's actually sales going on here. All right, and you also want to make sure that these sales are consistent among the other products. But my guess is you're probably not going into these high price ones. Where else do they run into issues? Well, at the very high end of the spectrum, okay? Something may say it's selling 100 units a day. It might actually be 3,000, okay? This happened to me where it said, Jungle Scout and some other tools and Viral Launch and stuff. They said I was selling, actually, no, Viral Launch said I was selling about 300 a day, and Helium 10 somewhere around there. And Jungle Scout said 100, okay? And I was actually selling more like 3,000. Because I was number one ranked in that whole category on Amazon. So at the very top, they are wrong, okay? But it's okay because it's accurate, all right? It's close. And then here's the thing, like basically, at the very low end, it's not very accurate. But in the middle, this is where it's good and it's very accurate. And then at the high end is where it's inaccurate again. Typically, these can either under or overshoot, and these typically undershoot quite a bit. But if you're somewhere in the middle here, you're going to be fine, okay? So general area from 100 sales a month to 100 to maybe like 3,000 sales a month is generally accurate. But give or take, I mean, these tools are all just, comparative. So just take that into account and try to use as many tools and methods to validate. We have that video, like I said. Where else would they run into issues? Okay, so they also run into issues in variations, okay? As we've said in another video, variations, sometimes it'll show the same. So it'll show like 9,000 on every variation, okay? Because it's just a combination of all the BSRs among all of them. And, maybe the whole listing is doing 9,000, but this one's actually doing 8. Okay, and then this one's 750, and then the other ones are like 150 and 100, something like that. Okay, and then, just be really careful on variations because it's not always correct. And then what else is it incorrect on? Yeah, then other times, just certain categories, it'll be very inaccurate on one specific ASIN. So you need to be careful about that. Now, that's why you just want to make sure it's well distributed, okay? So there's many examples of success because there might be one that looks like a home run, woo, but it's actually not, okay? So if there's multiple ones that all look like it, then now maybe we have a better market, okay? So that is where it's okay. So just be careful for variations. Basically, if it's well distributed and is doing between 100 and 3,000 sales a month, it's probably very accurate. If it's anything beyond those, look more into it and watch that other video. And if you guys have any other times where you see these specifically going out of whack, let us know. That would be great and it'd be really helpful. Maybe everybody goes and looks at the comments and contributes. I can't know it all myself because I only have so many cases within my head and my personal experience. So if you guys all do that. Oh, one last one. So seasonal is the last one I could think of. And typically the seasonal graph goes like this, okay? And it will underestimate here and then it'll overestimate here, okay? Because some form of BSR is a trailing thing. So say seasonal will actually sell more the real sales will be more when it's selling well in the seasonal part than the tools show, and then they'll actually be less than what the tools show after, because BSR is some form of an average. Okay, this is the BSR graph right here. So yeah, like I said, if you guys could leave some comments and contribute down there, it'd be really helpful for everybody, and I'd like to learn myself. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks.